Good day, everyone, and welcome to Pretoria, South Africa's Jacaranda City. My name is Quintin Heymans, and I'll be your cultural guide today as we explore the rich history, vibrant culture, and unique landmarks of this remarkable city. Pretoria is one of South Africa's three capital cities and serves as the administrative capital. It's known for its grand government buildings, wide tree-lined avenues, and its deep historical roots that reflect both the country's struggles and its triumphs. Today we'll journey through time, from ancient indigenous settlements to the Voortrekker heritage, colonial architecture, and modern-day democracy. Along the way, you'll discover monuments, museums, hidden gems, and stories that bring the city to life. So get your cameras ready, keep your minds curious, and let's step into the living history of Pretoria. Heading north towards Pretoria on the R21, ahead of us is the Flying Saucer interchange, connecting the N1 and the R21 highways. From above, this interchange resembles a flying saucer. The name actually comes from one of Pretoria's first roadhouses in the 1960s, which was built in the shape of a flying saucer. The fate of this popular landmark is unclear, possibly due to a fire or demolition to make way for the freeway. Shortly coming up on our left is the middle-class suburb of Peri van Ryneveld. Named after a pioneering pilot who in the early 1920s made a difficult journey across African skies in a Vickers Vermeer aircraft. This flight was significant because it showed the airplanes could fly long distances. This was a big deal at the time when travel was still very new and challenging. Both men were knighted for this achievement. Van Ryneveld also helped to establish the South African Air Force, SAAF, and is often called the father of the SAAF. Close by is SAAF's busiest Air Force base, named Waterkloof, established in the late 1930s. It's home to the presidential jet Inkwazi, isiZulu for Fish Eagle. In 2013, the base gained international attention when a private jet landed here for a Gupta family wedding, causing significant political controversy. The VIP lounge is now often referred to as the Gupta Lounge. The base also frequently hosts impressive military exercises and air shows. Coming up is Solomon Maslangud off-ramp. Just after the gantry, on the right-hand side, on your right hand, you will notice a white building with a tower amongst the trees. This is the Erasmus Boutique Hotel, converted from an old farmhouse belonging to the Erasmus family. They were pioneers in the 1850s and cattle farmers. As Pretoria expanded, their land gave way to suburbs. Recently, the Erasmus Family Trust partnered with a developer to transform the last part of the farm as part of an overall $6 billion investment, which includes retail space, medical consulting rooms, offices, and a gym. The family is also linked to Pretoria's famous haunted house, which strikingly resembles the eerie mansion from Scooby-Doo cartoons. The suburb around us is Monument Park, is one of the oldest and more desirable upmarket areas. It's known for its spacious, tree-lined properties, and its name comes from its views of one of Pretoria's famous landmarks. Interestingly, it's also the most affordable capital city to live in worldwide. A study by US financial firm NetCredit, which analyzed property listings and salary data across 73 capital cities, found that Pretoria is the most affordable capital city to live in worldwide, in terms of housing prices relative to average monthly income. Coming up on your left is the Groenkloof Nature Reserve, proclaimed in 1895 by President Paul Kruger as Africa's first game reserve to protect wildlife from hunters. Though the oldest reserve is Yellowstone National Park in the United States, the Bronkhorst brothers, notable pioneers, settled in this area as early as 1839. Their track party fought in a significant battle against the Matabele, and also explored Natal before settling here. Each brother was granted a farm, and one of these became part of the land where Pretoria was established. A memorial hall marks the site of one of the original homesteads. Today, Groenkloof is stocked with various game species, including zebra, blue wildebeest, giraffe, and ostrich. The reserve is popular for outdoor activities such as hiking and mountain biking. To our right is the Waterkloof Golf Course, a premier golf destination in Pretoria, South Africa. It has strong golf culture, boasting over 500 courses nationwide. However, the real champions of local fandom are rugby and soccer. Not far from here, the Ratcliffe Observatory once stood leaving its mark, with local streets named after stars and constellations. There's a funny story where the municipality once misspelled Canopus as Canopsis, and when pointed out, they suggested renaming the star instead of reprinting all the maps. The area is home to other upscale neighborhoods, with the most prestigious and sought-after Waterkloof a favorite among diplomats. Take note of the hill on the right. It is called Klapperkop Hill. Can you see another hill in the distance in front of you? This one is called Skanskop Hill. These are significant hills in the history of Pretoria. They house two of the four forts that were built to protect Pretoria in the late 1800s. The reason being is that our then President, President Paul Kruger, realized that after failed invasion by the British had already taken place, the city was vulnerable and had to be protected. We all know that South Africa did eventually come under British rule. After that, South Africa war ending a few years later in. But more about that when we get to the Union buildings. We are about to enter Pretoria from one of the main entrances to the city. You will be welcomed by a colossal building and a view of the beautiful cityscape. I'll talk about these sites later on. As we approach the circle ahead, you'll notice numerous flagpoles and structures. These were erected to commemorate South Africa being the first African country to host the FIFA World Cup in 2010. The tower to your right showcased a 24-meter high, 8-story high fiberglass soccer ball for this event. The fountain of water that you saw originates from underground spring water and supplies many parts of the city. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just a few minutes away from one of South Africa's most iconic landmarks, the Union buildings. Perched on Mankieskop, these impressive sandstone structures overlook the city and symbolize the heart of South Africa's government. Designed by Sir Herbert Baker and completed in 1913, the Union buildings are not only the official seat of the presidency, but also a powerful symbol of unity in a once divided nation. As we arrive, you'll notice the sweeping arc of the twin wings, one representing English-speaking South Africans, the other Afrikaans-speaking, joined together in the middle to symbolize unity. In front of the building lies a beautiful terraced garden, a perfect spot for photos and panoramic views of the city. Most notably, you'll see the towering 9-meter bronze statue of Nelson Mandela, with his arms outstretched, symbolizing peace and reconciliation. It was unveiled in 2013, marking 20 years of democracy in South Africa. Please have your cameras ready and take note of any questions you may have. I'll be happy to answer them once we're on site. We'll spend some time walking in the gardens, taking photos and learning more about the building's role in shaping the South African past and future. Let's get ready to step into history.